Hello and welcome to this. It's this white thing. But it's also this. And what is this? It's something with crappy set music. As you may hear. But the music is really crappy, so I'm going to minimize it, so you won't hear as much. But this is Kirby Superstar Ultra for the Nintendo DS. After doing all that Pokemon, I decided to do something else. Let's start off with Spring Breeze and do a new game. There is trouble in Dreamland. It's all these tags. King Dedede and his soldiers. King Dedede and his have stolen all the food in Dreamland. Whoop whoop whoop. This is going really slow, but I think this is regular speed. Here comes our hero riding this in on the Spring Breeze. So that's why it's called Spring Breeze. Some call him Kirby. Nope, this is definitely slower. I'm going to adjust that in next parts. Let the adventure begin. So you don't hear what other people call him? I want to know how other people call him. Like Pink Fluffball, Epic Doom Thing. Okay, let's see. I've played Superstar Ultra before, but now this is the first time. Welcome to the beginner show. We'd like to quickly explain the rules of Kirby Superstar Ultra here. This is the main character you control, Kirby. He's a pretty jolly guy. You should know that Kirby can fly in the air and inhale his enemies. Press the A button to jump, and if you keep pressing it, Kirby will hover gently. That's how he flies. When you press the B button, Kirby will inhale his enemies. Once you inhale the foe, press B button again and you spit the foe back out. Or if you press the X button or down on the control, you swallow the foe. Nothing happens when you swallow a normal foe, but if you swallow a foe who has a special ability, Kirby will copy its special ability. This is Kirby's special move. It's called his copy ability. You can use the copy ability by pressing the B button. You'll see many abilities to copy in this game. Try to find them all. Now for the main event. When Kirby has a copy ability, you press the X button to call a helper. This helper acts as a good buddy to Kirby. A helper usually moves on its own. It will fight on its own as well. Using local wireless, you can have a pal play as helper in a co-op game. Because exploring with a friend is always more fun. I have to say that statement is true. When you're playing with a friend, it's always more fun. You can annoy each other. Press the X button to use the normal beam to turn it into an item. Leslie has a few special moves you may not know about. You can slide, dash. Just press the control button twice and Kirby will dash in that direction. Next is a slide. You may be a total noob if you don't know about these, but guard. This is something I think is introduced in Kirby Superstar. Guard doesn't make you invincible, you just take less damage. And that's how you enter the game. That's all. That's a lot of process, but just try that and you master everything. So, let's start Kirby Superstar Ultra. You need to teach that King Dedede a lesson. Okay. Spring Breeze is... with this button you run, with this you dash. Here you create an power. I don't know, should I leave the screen at this or should I separate them and only fill my bottom screen? My top screen, I mean. If you press X you create a helper. Ouch, and that hurts. Oh yeah, and if you obey in health and you want to share it with your partner, you just... I think you kiss, but you can also say they hug, because that makes it sound less gay. Here you'll hover, and then... that's a warp star. I really like that the powers in Kirby Superstar and Kirby Superstar Ultra, they just had a lot more in it. Ouch. If you want to change your helper, just throw that item at him. Here. You... stupid cow, die. Wrong button. Believe if you do this, you just lose your power. Since I like cutter, I will use it. Ouch. Like for example, the beam ability. It used to be only just throwing this whip-like thing. Let's make you a helper. Used to be just like this, but now you can do this. You can even charge. And you can do that. It's so much better now. And Sir Kibble, don't try to suck. And here we go to the very first typical Kirby boss of... I think every Kirby game just starts off with this boss. It's Wispy Wood. Oh yeah, and if you're the guarding thing, it's done with the buttons on the top of your DS. The L and R button makes you guard. When you're guarding, you're taking less damage. Also, another good thing, if when you get hit, you don't instantly lose your powers. Previous Kirby games that was the case, but here it's not necessarily you lose your powers. And now you do the Kirby dance. Yay, dance Kirby, dance. And Sir Kibble is like, yeah, I helped him. Float Island. Spring Breeze, it's just the very first Kirby game. And because Fighter is good in this game, it's just the very first Kirby game for the Game Boy Color. I believe it was called Kirby's Adventure. Dayu. It's just a remake of it, but then with higher graphics, some new changes. Because in the very first Kirby game, Kirby didn't actually have his copy power. And these nuts, well, when they hit the water, they just die. If you hit them, if they hit you here, they'll hurt you. But if you hit them out the water, they'll just die. Here you have the ice ability that wasn't there in the original Kirby game. The original Kirby was one of my... Here you have the invincible power, just give it to him and then he has it also. Gordos are they do a lot of damage. There was the flame ability. Oh, that wasn't supposed to happen. But the very first Kirby game, Kirby's Adventure, it was all black and white. You were this white ghost. Kirby was not actually pink, he was white. Come on, get here, you be Knuckle Joe. Oh, random ability. Beam. Not exactly what I wanted. Here's the next boss. These bosses in this area aren't that difficult. It's basically the first Kirby game was really easy. It was just inhaling and spitting things back at your opponent. And Knuckle Joe is doing a terrible job. Like, you can inhale these scars. Well, he just killed both of them. But now we'll do the Kirby dance again. Yeah, it was just spitting, inhaling things and spitting them back at your foes. That was the first Kirby game. You had these 4 levels, you'll get through them, then you have the final castle with King DDD. And it's really cool, because the first scene of this game is just a recap of that. But I think we should leave this part, this area, for the next video. So I see all of you back in the next part of my Kirby Let's Play Kirby Superstar Ultra. You have to admit that the sound isn't as bad as I originally thought. It's a little bit glitchy, but we can work with it. When we'll do the gourmet race, I'll show you, I'll let you hear the original music. Because the gourmet race is probably my favorite game music. So see you all next time.